I'm actually not sure where it saved last time, because when I did try to stream this before, did play a little bit of the DLC, and when I say a little bit, I mean, like, we were still in the process of talking with the, lady that calls us there. So, I'm not 100% certain if that all saved. If we're gonna be, like, mid-conversation or something, I'm not sure. This will look better on YouTube, I promise, for those that are watching on there. Which the link to YouTube is on my channel page here. Both YouTube channels, by the way. Alright. Let's see.
I'll lock up behind you.
Alright, so we're gonna have Ellie and Sam come with us. On Gorgon, it's always Adrena time. Okay. So yeah, it looks like didn't save the conversation stuff, which I'm fine with. Like, I want to go over from the beginning again because it makes it better for the stream. But yeah, I'm excited for this. Like I said, I really love this game, and I want to know what it's like here. DLC. I have not watched any videos of it yet either, so I'm going in blind here. I don't know if it's good, bad. Greetings.
Welcome to Ambrose Manor. We were not expecting company. Please follow. Do not stray from the path.
Aw, that's no fun.
It's okay, Ellie. Follow him here. Wait a minute. This looks like... Oh! I'm glad I brought Ellie along now. She's laughing at the poor thing. Alright, we're not going that way because we're not gonna fall. I guess this is a lift here.
Responses. How clumsy of this unit. These things happen. Oh, calamity.
You good? Can you get up? Sam, can you help your fellow mechanical out here? No? Okay. Well, guess we're gonna have to find our own way. So this area looks interesting. What's that over there, I wonder? So that's where we need to go, that manor, but I'm kind of curious.
Really? Are you upside down?
No, you are the one that's upside down, my friend. What is this? We're taking a little detour. Got some mining equipment, a pickaxe, and a shovel, some energy cells. If we were playing Minecraft, man, I'd be happy. Alright, obviously we're not getting through there because it's barred. So, that was a waste to go in here. So this is the groundskeeper's quarters. There are a bunch of hermits. Interesting. Wait a minute, what's that? Ooh, a key card. Okay. I hope the groundskeeper doesn't, like, get mad that we just took all the stuff.
Running
Our stuff.
Error. Diagnosing diagnostic.
Alright, let's head to the manor now.
At the very least, there ought to be something worth stealing in there.
I love the way you're thinking, Ellie. Looks cool. Looks good out here. Manor looks good. Looks like could have cleaned up a little bit here, though. Some of these chairs are knocked over. Alright, we're heading in. Looks fancy. And...
okay, maybe not.
well, that's a slight disappointment. Got a janitor here. Probably doesn't clean things as good as Sam does. Just... ooh, we can get in now because we got a key card. Why you locked in your kitchen? You got the good food in here? Been eating crap in this galaxy. They hiding the good stuff in here? I'm not really seeing any reason for why this place needed to be locked. Oh, hello. Like a passage or something? Well, you know we gotta explore. I think we're supposed to be up here, by the way.
Entering quiet mode.
God, Sam, entering quiet mode. Why don't you announce that a little louder? Alright, we'll never know. Oh crap, I thought we were like taking stuff here for a second. I guess not. We don't have the ability yet. That's pretty cool looking. So this is somebody's office from the looks of things. What do we got up here? Service awards. You think they'll notice that we took one? We got another key card. You know, we really should probably go talk to the person first instead of just snooping around their house. But it's always good to get an idea of what we're walking into. I mean, the last time we entered a stranger's house, they were cannibals, and they tried to lock us in, and we don't want to repeat it. We're going to kind of look around first, and then see what we're working. Welcome user logs. There we go. Color healthy. Huh. At 5, she should be starting to show some personality, not crying for her mother. Good God, 13 already mastered basic chemistry, physics, and mathematics. Like, that's her expectations. Woo! Dude, I sucked at math and chemistry. Like, there's no way I'd be wanting to, especially me at 13. Ugh. They would have been disappointed in me, that's for sure. So apparently her child is showing interest in art instead of math. It gave me a truly dreadful painting. Interesting. Huh. Let's check these logs. Huh. Well, interesting insight of the people we're dealing with here. Hey, got a human skull. Interesting decor. Oh, hello. Oh, this stuff looks expensive. Don't mind if I do. See, Ellie's rubbing off on me, man. I'm telling you, she's. Must be a painting here of our family. Huh. Okay. Let's have ourselves another look around. This is a bathroom, it looks like. Another key. Well, that is... whatever. Shampoo. Oh, that's a person we want to talk to then, but we're not ready to talk to her yet because we got a little exploring to do. We still got a key. Look around a little more. Got to do a little searching around, right? Watch none of this stuff be valuable. Ooh.
I hope this letter finds you well. No, it's too stilted. It sounds like I'm writing to request a loan. Dearest Wilhelmina, I regret to tell you... Law, no, that's worse. When have I ever called her dearest? She's my daughter. This should be easy. How can a mother not know how to talk to her own daughter? My love, I can no longer... For your safety, I must... Oh, hell. Even if she despises me for what I had to do, I should still be able to say goodbye. Minnie, I have to leave, and I don't intend to come back. I love you. I'm so sorry.
interesting. We can just sleep on their bed. So it's like we just enter a person's house out random here, and for all we know, the person that called us here does not know that we're here, and I can sleep in their bed without them noticing. That's funny. Oh, hello. This room's busted all to hell. Alright, now this one's unlocked, so obviously we're allowed in here. Another bed. Take their bit cartridges. They don't need them. Okay, we're not going to take the valuables from this room just because this room seems to be in use. Or at least it was. Like, it's unlocked. I feel like there's a chance that they'll notice something's missing. Can we get on this, please? Ah, I was hoping we could ride the horse there. Well, obviously, Byzantium did not welcome her with open arms. Alright, so I feel like we got a better idea of dealing with this time. You see, when I tried to play this the other night, when it crashed, I didn't go through all these rooms. I just went straight in and talked to her, so...
Apparently not. Well, join me for a drink, mister, whoever you are.
Yeah, Lucky is not. Sorry
So
to
who the
inform
devil
you.
are you? You don't say. Well, make yourself at home, Captain. I'm sure we have much to discuss. Do you see that glowing chunk of space rock? That's Gorgon. My birthright, my burden, and the bane of my existence. I hate to drink alone, and this is my third. So join me in raising a glass. To Gorgon.
Alright, well, you don't have to, ask
To
me
Gorgon.
twice.
May cosmic winds shepherd her to the nearest star. I'm Wilhelmina Ambrose, but you can keep it short and call me Minnie. Now, what
Minnie,
brings
that
you to my house, handsome?
introduced
I
you
take it didn't
via
come
the
all this
computer
way for
back
the
there.
beverages, the starry skies, or the pleasant company.
I'm here about a sever.
A severed arm. How positively ghoulish. You know this is a private residence, not a curio shop. Lucky Montoya is my personal freelancer. Fascinating man. Very brooding and theatrical. Always staring into space and twirling a bullet over his knuckles.
He's definitely not doing that anymore.
What if something happened to him? Oh dear. I suppose that makes him my former freelancer now?
I guess.
Thank you. But the people in my orbit come and go all the time. Occupational hazard. What a time for his luck to run out. We were in the middle of something grand, and I really can't afford another setback. Settling an old score. How would you like to be my new freelancer? There's been a recent vacancy, and I think you're well suited to the job.
So...
Remember, play hard to get. That's negotiation.
I'm looking for someone rough around the edges. A gorgeous, dashing scoundrel type.
Oh, she's just trying to butter me up
Incidentally,
now.
someone good with their hands.
Oh. Someone good with their hands. Okay. Well, when you put it like that...
The man lost an arm. What are the odds of that happening twice? Of course,
Well, I
Gorgon
mean,
is a treacherous
depending on what we're
place.
dealing
And
with
my own
here...
Spacer's Choice blames her for the collapse of Project Gorgon, and I just know they're lying.
Alright, well, unfortunately, because the Twitch stream keeps crashing, we're going to have to do this YouTube exclusively for a moment. So, for those watching on YouTube, this is no big deal. We're just going to pick up where we left off from the stream on Twitch. And for those who like to watch along live, I apologize. I have no idea what's going on. But, we'll piece this together best we can here for YouTube.
My thoughts exactly. Mother would not have allowed Project Gorgon to fail. Something happened on that asteroid, and my family took the fall for it. The truth. Mother is gone, Gorgon is silent, and I deserve answers.
Well, I'm definitely interested in going to this planet and finding out what happened.
That will depend on what we learn. The scope of this cover-up is enormous. Whatever Spacer's Choice is hiding could bring ruin down on their heads. Or it could just be another dead end. We won't know till we look, will we?
Don't want to jump, make it sound desperate or too eager. Gotta find a little more info here. Alright, let's ask her what she thinks happened.
Spacer's Choice won't say. They don't discuss anything that tarnishes their brand. Gorgon has a dark history. The project fell apart. Personnel were shuffled across the system. With Mother gone, now I'm all that's left. Father lost more than his job on Gorgon. I'll say no more than that. The asteroid may look like a glittering jewel, but I assure you the resemblance ends there. Gorgon is poisonous to the core. One might even say cursed. I admired Mother, but we weren't close. She disapproved of everything about me, really. I couldn't measure up to her example.
That's
she didn't make
unfortunate.
time for us. I remember thinking that she never wanted a child, and never forgave me for being one, naive and irresponsible as I was.
Trust me, we are nothing alike.
A kindred spirit. Well, well, charmed. Today is full of surprises. Mother worked herself to the bone. She wanted to make the colony a better place, no matter who or what got sacrificed along the way. She never spared a thought for those of us who cherished her, who suffered for her idea of progress. We got close once. When I was a child, I enjoyed looking over Mother's shoulder, playing backseat chemist while she peered into a microscope. One day, she told me to leave before I broke something. Then, I got mad and broke something. Typical night in the Ambrose house. Mother and Gorgon were made for each other. I had the misfortune to be stuck in the middle. I need your help, Captain. Project Gorgon killed Mother and disgraced the Ambrose name, and no one has been held accountable. Spacer's Choice buried the past like a dirty secret.
Not surprising. Spacer's Choice would do something like that.
I don't place bets on uncertain odds. Let's say I have a good feeling about you. Whatever happened on Gorgon wasn't Mother's fault. I simply need the evidence to prove it. We're going to drag the truth kicking and screaming into the light. Even if it means bringing ruin and humiliation to Spacer's Choice.
Say no more. I'd love to bring
should be
humiliation
Mother's
and ruin to them.
You can find it in her office on Gorgon, in the heart of the old research facility. I admire your enthusiasm. This manor has echoed with my own we. And I can feel you breathing new life into the walls. When you reach Gorgon, pack a weapon you trust. The corporate lockdown hasn't stopped the wilderness from squirming in through the cracks. I've never understood why, but Gorgon is teeming with marauders. They almost seem drawn to sorrow and misfortune.
That's nice.
Then there's the test subjects. Those who survived anyway. Ravenous creatures left behind like so much salvage.
Oh, hold on a second here. Test subjects?
I told him everything I've told you. Just the facts. Maybe a couple of harmless embellishments. Why? Still, you're smart to ask. Lucky spent most of our time together spinning a pistol around his index finger. Not sure he listened to any of my advice.
That sounds like Lucky, all right. The man loved to show off.
He had an aura of rugged individualism that was quite charming. Not that it helped him in the end. But you won't let me down, will you, Captain?
I hope not.
There's a little saloon near Gorgon's landing pad, the Sprat Shack. Lucky was renting a room, so if you want to follow his trail, that would be the place to start.
I think I've heard of that place. Cheap whiskey, rough crowd. You'll love it.
Just so we
That's
understand
nice.
each other, money is no object. I'm willing to squander the family fortune if you get me what I want. Between your payment and any salvage you happen across, you'll walk away from this rich enough to buy a mansion of your own. How does that sound?
It sounds pretty nice.
The cash? No one's ever done this before, and the only person who tried is a corpse. Believe me, that's enough. Here's your nav key, Captain. Safe travels.
Alright, we got our key.
A word of advice before you go, Captain. Trust no one. Mother's office is in the heart of the
Her and
Gorgon
Ellie
facility.
are like
You're free
very
to
alike,
salvage
I
anything
think.
that isn't nailed down. I only want what's mine.
It's not theft if she's giving us permission.
SAM units cannot perform any jobs that have not been accepted by the registered customer.
Yeah, you tell him, Sam. Alright. So, I think that's going to be our next destination. We got our nav key. Got what we needed. We're going to go meet our doom, apparently. This planet does not sound very friendly. But I think we can handle it. Better take Ellie and Sam with me when we go to this next place, because even though Nyoka is a great shot, taking her to a bar, not a good idea. Just saying.
This unit as it was before.
Oh, I forgot to tell Minnie there that her butler out here is stuck and needs help. They've fallen and can't get up. So, we got the mission. Sounds doable, I think. Not sure what we're going to walk into on this planet, but sounds fun. Alright, looks like that's where we're heading. Try and get to Gorgon. So, we keep getting taken down for some reason. Streams keep crashing, but we're figuring it out. I keep getting an error code, so I messaged PlayStation about that. So while I wait for a response, we're going to try this again. Hope it works. Because we want to get into the Perils of Gorgon. I finished that one conversation and recorded it via the PS4. So that'll only be on YouTube. But the actual Gorgon gameplay hopefully will be on here. Not making any promises. So, we accepted the job. We're gonna go to Gorgon. We got the nav key. And we gotta find out some secrets here. Find out what happened. Alright, so, Gorgon. We're gonna go to the landing pad. No comment about being here, Ada? Thought for sure she'd be like, no, don't go there. I don't want to have another Captain Hawthorne.
Good luck, Captain.
Alright, we're gonna take Ellie and Sam. I would take Nyoka because she's excellent in combat, but first place we need to go is a bar, and I'm not sure that's a good idea because she might get too drunk. So that's Gorgon. Interesting location to have your mansion built, being on an asteroid. But this looks pretty cool. Like I said, I haven't played the DLC yet for this, and I'm really excited to jump into it. And I know there's a new DLC that just came out here recently, and we got to get to that then too, but not until we level up. And now we're level 25, which it says recommended to start this DLC, and the other one said recommended level of 30. And I learned from past games like Skyrim, if you're not a certain level like it recommends, you could be in trouble.
Sprat Shack. Error. Vermin suction nozzle not attached. This unit is unprepared for specialized eradication procedures.
Alright, that's pretty cool. Sky and everything. Alright, this looks good. Looks promising.
The Gorgon facility is currently experiencing an emergency evacuation.
Uh-oh.
Be reminded that now 3 facilities fall within acceptable margins.
So there's an emergency evacuation, and we're here. Makes sense. Okay, no big deal. No need to panic. All this Spacer's Choice crap. This is a general store? Yikes. Let's go talk to this guy, see what he knows.
You looking for supplies, stranger? Let's stock up here. If you run low on bullets out in Gorgon's far reaches, there ain't no one around here liable to help you out. Let me know if you're looking for something particular. You mean you came out to this asteroid without knowing nothing about it? Me too. Heard it was wild here and couldn't resist. Trouble is, if you wander off to somewhere you oughtn't be, like way out in Gorgon's farthest reaches, odds are slimmer of your bits finding their way to my pockets. If you want my advice, stick close to the Sprat Shack, unless you fancy having your limbs torn off and eaten.
So that's what happened to Lucky Montoya.
All right, you know you better than I do. Just be sure you watch out for the Marauders. That's the #1 thing. Oh, and the Mance. You watch out for Marauders, Mance, and Charles from accounting, and you'll probably be fine.
What's wrong with Charles from accounting?
Only the meanest Marauder on Gorgon, and also anywhere else. That man is crazier than a bag of canids and twice as likely to bite. He will bust your head open like an overripe mock apple if he so much as sees you. I ain't joking. He'll snap you in half like stale bread noodles.
Interesting.
No, you don't get it. Charles from accounting is like... Imagine if you took 3 of the most howling mad Marauders you could find and mashed them together. That's Charles.
I'm still not scared of him.
That and a rocket launcher.
Okay.
Did I not mention that? Right, sorry. He's got a rocket launcher. I don't know. Hard to guess how many he's killed, given the explosions tend to obliterate any bodies. I'm joking. No one bothers looking for bodies. Look, long story short, you do not fuck with Chuck. Best to avoid the Marauder camp entirely. That's my 2 bits on the matter.
Okay, thank you for letting me know.
Huh? Oh, you don't gotta worry about that. It's got something to do with that scrapped Spacer's Choice project from way back. Damn alarm's been hollering at us for 5 years if it's been a day. You know, I don't dream anymore. It's all, please evacuate in an orderly fashion.
Well...
I won't stop you if you want to have a go at it. But so you know, it's gonna take more than giving that control terminal a good old-fashioned pummeling. I know, because even Von Hoffman couldn't bash it in. And I seen that tough son of a gun throw man clean across the Sprat Shack one time like he were a toss ball.
Okay. Let's see what he has for sale.
Like none I've ever seen before. Could be awful useful if you're the violent type.
Okay. Okay. It only does 50 cents. Like, really, that doesn't really do anything for me. Like, the damage is not high enough. I mean, if we're playing Minecraft, I'd gladly buy a pickaxe off you, but this is not Minecraft. Yeah, you don't have anything that I want. Although, I do kind of want to check out your safe, but I don't think that's allowed. Alright, let's head up to Sprout Shack now. I see the welcoming committee is very friendly here. At least you know about Charles from accounting. You know what to expect with him and his little rocket launcher. Probably overcompensating for something. Okay, we're heading inside. See what we're dealing with here. I love how we've only encountered one guy so far. We'll definitely want to turn that alarm off too if we can find it. Figure out where we want to go then. But first things first, we need to check Lucky Montoya's room. Try and pick up some clues of what he was doing, what he was up to before he had his accident. If we can figure out what he was up to, we might be able to get a better understanding and help Minnie out.
Come here. Let's have a chat.
Alright, if you insist.
Alright, inspection time. Look at my eyes for as long as you can without blinking. Starting now.
The hell?
Good. Look up. Now look down.
Let's play along with this game here.
Now, name and occupation. Good enough for me. You're cleared to pass.
Thank
That
you.
was a sanity check. If you had changed like the others, it'd be in your eyes. You'd also be drooling, cursing, and making a mess of the place. Welcome to the Sprat Shack. You can head on downstairs.
Hold up. What?
Every day, salvagers and scrappers set out to comb the ruins and make their fortune. The ones who come back, they aren't always the same men or women who left. They change. Never for the better.
Okay.
First, they get real twitchy and paranoid, shouting at folks who aren't there. Then they smell like they soiled themselves, on account of how they soiled themselves. After that, they're gone. Nothing but animals wearing human skin. Seen it happen myself. It's never pretty. This is the Sprat Shack, the most remote watering hole in the system. Rule number 1, no fighting. Rule number 2, wipe your feet on the way downstairs. We're the only hospitable place on this rock. I want to keep it that way.
That's nice.
That's why we have rule number 3. When people change, they stay outside, where they belong.
Okay.
Just don't ask me to dance.
Didn't plan on it. Now I kind of want to ask him.
Bouncer, bodyguard, law enforcer. I make sure the Sprat Shack gets only the highest caliber of clientele.
And I thought this place was gonna be fun.
We get a lot of brand-loyal corporate types, and a lot of cutthroat freelancer types. Both sides have their share of dirty scoundrels. And I hate dirt.
Don't we all?
This is a sublight bar, so most of our regulars come to plunder the old labs. The facility's locked up behind miles of red tape, so progress is slow. A lot of time to drink and reevaluate, then venture out and try again. Something bad happened here. Spacer's Choice was developing chemicals. The kind with nasty side effects.
That's
Marauders
nice.
outnumber the rest of us 10 to 1. Either they came from Gorgon, or something draws them here. I don't know which is worse. This place is under a dark cloud, stranger. That's all I know. If you want the history of the Sprat Shack, talk to Lex behind the bar.
Okay.
If you're heading downstairs, order something sweet.
Yeah, I don't think I really want to be eating anything from here. Just saying. Alright, we're gonna let him in his quarters alone. We're not gonna steal from him.
Smell that? Cheap whiskey and stale cigarettes. My kind of place.
Okay. Not expecting this place to be that big. Alright. Well, let's
Welcome
talk
to
to
the
our
Sprat
bartender.
Shack. First one's on the house, and I won't even water it down. What'll it be?
I won't even water it down.
Bottoms up. I assume you're here for salvage. Can't help you there. This ain't exactly a library. Most of my regulars are sublight scavengers. They pick over the ruins of Gorgon, spend their earnings at the bar, and head back out the next day. Vicious cycle, but that's life. You're the first new face I've seen in a while. Lucky. Sure, I knew him. He could get a little dramatic at times, but he was a good guy. Heard he took on a dangerous job. Spent a lot of time coming and going from the Office of Creative Incubation, just down the road.
Alright, I guess that's where we'll be going.
That's where the top rungers at Spacer's Choice came up with slogans and marketing. Lucky never told me why it was so important. Awful shame about what happened to him. 3rd floor. Once I figured he wasn't coming back to pay his tab, I left his room unlocked to air it out. You can help yourself to anything he left behind. Fair warning, I've been letting the regulars use it for a quick lie down. Just wash your hands when you're done. Trust me.
Good to know.
Spacer's Choice used to brew pharmaceuticals in these parts. That's why the asteroid smells like an old gym sock. They say adrenatime came from here, just down the road at the old R&D lab. Very hush-hush back in the day. I doubt anyone knows the full story. One day the evacuation order went out. Grunts and lab coats scrambled to get anywhere but Gorgon. And the weirdest thing of all, adrenatime still hit the market. Me, I never touched the stuff. To each their own, but I think it's dangerous.
That's interesting.
Roscoe might tell you more. He spent some time around here before the bar opened up. And I trust him well enough. There's always Leonora, my favorite customer over in the storage room on the second floor. Keeps to herself and always closes out her tab. He's been here since opening day. I think he told me he was some kind of journalist. He got left behind when Spacer's Choice pulled out. And I guess no one's coming to get him.
That sucks.
Roscoe's drinks are on the house. We all know how it feels to get left behind. He'll be all right. He's with the family now, and we take care of our own. He didn't tell me, and I didn't ask. I'm his bartender, not his human resources rep. If you believe the chatter, a lot of good folks got left behind, and a lot of bad folks made it out. Sometimes
Figures.
That's all there is to it. Nice lady. Been coming around a lot these past few months. She isn't with Sublight, but seems to know the lay of the land better than anyone. She spends most of her days drinking alone. I think she's looking to hire someone. If you're open to a side gig.
Well, we're always open to making a little more money.
Now that you mention it, I thought I saw those two sharing stories over a pint. Didn't think twice about it. I don't speak ill of the dead, but Leonora deserves better company. That Lucky was no good for her. What are friends for, eh? Damn right we are. We've got drugs, scrap metal, prototype weapons, drugs, money, and more drugs. When Spacer's Choice evacuated, everyone dropped their gear and ran. Most of it stayed where it fell, and all of it is up for grabs. Of course, the real treasure is whatever's locked up in the old facility. Until someone figures a way to crack it open, we're just sifting through dirt. You got it, bub.
Alright.
Yes and no. The Sprat Shack used to be a shipping and receiving warehouse during the old Project Gorgon days. When Spacer's Choice pulled their guys off-world, Sublight moved in to salvage what we could, and they put me in charge. Yes and no.
Okay.
Rumor has it there's a Sprat wandering around the Groundbreaker, and he's the legal owner of the Sprat Shack. Hagen's idea. See, Hagen didn't want a paper trail that led back to her, so she gave the bar to the Sprat. If there were any legal problems with this place, the Sprat would do the time.
You know, they do something similar in Byzantium. Fancier system, but same idea.
Anyway, that's what the paperwork says. I don't make the rules.
Alright.
Easy. His name's Matt. The beautiful thing is, no one could tell Matt Sprat apart from an ordinary vermin. I think that's kind of the point, to send the authorities on a wild Sprat chase.
Just imagine them looking around trying to figure out which one was Matt.
I wouldn't lose any sleep over it. The Sprat Shack's gone through a lot of title holders over the years. As far as business arrangements go, this one's a head-scratcher, but they say it's all above board, so that's what matters. Yes and no. We're doing a lot more.
I love how
than
every
squatting.
question is yes and
We're
no.
classing up the joint, keeping the riffraff outside where it belongs. They didn't even serve drinks until I arrived. Talk about wasted potential.
I agree.
Yes. And no. Again, that one was Hagen's idea. She told me that speaking in vague terms keeps you out of troubles.
Okay.
Come back when you're thirsty.
Will do. Raving drunk. Wow, some of these people make a mess. Alright, so we took an elevator to come down here, and now we're gonna... Oh, this is the kitchen, okay. Well, we took an elevator to come down here, and now we gotta go upstairs.
I wouldn't get too close to that railing, just in case.
Yeah, I don't plan on it. Does not look like a place that I would normally stay at, but to each their own.
What have you got there?
Adrenatine, I think. Found some in an old busted crate.
You're just gonna take some drug you found in the...
Alright, let's see what these rooms look like. Not as bad as I was thinking. I was expecting worse, to be honest. Oh, we can't crack that. Of course. We don't have a code for that. Alright, we're gonna get into stuff somehow. Looks like someone was busy here. Do not ask Minnie about her. Interesting. That one dude got out and scrubbed all of his stuff. Okay. That's great. Sealed up. Alright, so 4815. So we got the safe now. Yeah, leveled up. Let's upgrade some of our other stuff here. Like a lockpick. Ooh, I like this. 20% damage increase. Sounds good to me.
Disgusting.
Okay, I just took like a bunch of stuff. I'm not sure what I even took. Okay, so I don't see a bed. Oh, there is a bed. I did not notice this before. Who are you, my friend? Well, you have fun with that.
So, how you feeling?
Good. Real good, like someone's shining a light behind my eyes.
Alright, let's get back downstairs.
Jerome would have loved this place.
Jerome?
You don't look like one of the salvagers, no? Don't really seem like the type. You've got the look of someone who's traveled far to get here, and whose journey is far from over.
You know it.
Confidence. The scavengers around here, they're faking it. You're the real deal. I don't know if you're bound for the old ruins, but in case you are, can you look into something? I'd do it myself, but of course, the Marauders would eat me alive.
And I think she's speaking in literal terms.
Looking for something out there. Been paying Sublight to help me, but they haven't made much progress. It is to me, but apparently it's junk to Sublight. My husband and I worked on Gorgon during the good times. Jerome was on maintenance duty. I cleaned out test tubes till they sparkled. Nowhere good, that's for sure.
That's
in his final
unfortunate.
hours, Gorgon was a war zone. Violence broke out in the labs. The hills were full of marauders. You couldn't take a leisurely stroll without an armed escort. When the order came through to evacuate, non-essential personnel drew a lottery to see who would board the first wave of ships. Jerome won. I lost.
Oh, he left you
As soon as I wasn't
behind.
looking, Jerome switched our tickets and pushed me to the front of the line. I got to leave. Jerome stayed behind.
Oh, crap.
I never saw him again.
That sucks. Well, I was wrong about Jerome. He sounds like a good man.
A broken heart, that's what. This place is greedy. Took my Jerome, and it would have taken me too. I just want one thing back. His old hip flask. I gave it to him the day we signed our marriage contract, and he carried it wherever he went. I know it's still here. No point in denying it, he died on this rock. Likely torn apart by marauders, unless he took care of himself on his own terms. I
That's
don't like to imagine what
unfortunate.
happened, but I know I have to accept it. You'd really do that for me? Law, and I'll bet you're worth 10 of those Sublight sprats. I don't have much, but if you help me, there's a little set aside for the occasion. Jerome used to drink with his buddies in a small kitchen opposite the maintenance shed. Might be a good place to check first. Yeah? That old flirt? Yeah, I let him buy me a drink or two. He talked my ear off about exciting jobs he'd done. All lies, I'm sure. He fell asleep with his head on my shoulder. That man had baggage like you wouldn't believe. I didn't think anyone could be lonelier than me. He bragged about having the key to some sort of maintenance area in one of the old buildings. I never saw it, so I just assumed he was talking himself up. He also asked if I wanted to see something gross and slimy he kept in his room, but I declined, politely. He put on quite a front, but I think he was weary. Like he'd seen too much and had too little to show for it. Guess we were kindred spirits in a way.
Interesting.
Sure thing. My condolences if you two were close.
Not really, but...
The lab coats kept quiet about the project, but the air was charged with excitement. You could feel it wherever you went. They wanted to change the world. A tenfold boost to worker productivity with no side effects? Who wouldn't salivate at the thought? I don't know what went wrong, but when the shit hit the fan, it sprayed everyone in its path, including me.
That's unfortunate. Alright, so...
I heard a rumor the board is gonna shut this place down.
And let me know if the sound and everything is okay. I'm using a new mic, and I just want to make sure everything sounds good. And for those following along on YouTube, obviously you know what we're doing, where we're at. And for those following along here on Twitch, we are at the Sprout Shack here.
Then the boss,
hey, what's up?
Wisdom took a good thing and rubbed their stink all over it.
You don't have to talk if this upsets you.
So, we got, hopefully things figured out here. I can't even remember what mission I was doing now. It's been so long. It's her. Okay, I guess we're entering the Office of Creative Incubation. Okay. Sounds interesting. Hey, thanks for watching that. Hope you liked it. Part 1 there of a SummerSlam SummerSlam show. I've finished uploading the rest of the SummerSlam show. Some of the matches are a little on the long side, but I believe there'll be 7 parts total to that. Can't figure out how to get out of this place. There's got to be an exit here somewhere. Well, if you enjoyed part 1, I'm pretty sure you're going to like the rest of the parts. No pun intended, but part 5 is pretty fire. And you'll see what I mean by that. Speaking of WWE 2K, I'll be starting a Twitch series of that in the near future too. Kind of similar to like what AEW Dark does on YouTube. Okay, there's the exit. Whoa. Okay, now I'm figuring my way out here. Yeah, Cedric got the title back there. I don't think that's the last we're going to see of Lio Rush, though. I think he might get offered a contract at the end. We'll have to see here. After all, he didn't get pinned, so...
Problem was that he was always overconfident in himself. But us? We got this, whatever it is.
Setting clean mode to sensitive care.
And I'm confused where we just were now. Okay, this is my first time playing this DLC. I've played through the regular game before,
Whatever
but
happened here, we're not
first
gonna
time
be
touching a DLC here. So I'm going to do a little exploring here first because I'm not familiar with anything here. I don't know what this is. Okay. Alright, can't get in there apparently. That's good to know. Maybe I have to activate something to get that open. Oh god, don't get stuck.
Caution!
And I'm on the PS4. Oh crap. Took me a minute to figure out which weapon I had selected there. And Sam does a good job cleaning everything up while I'm trying to refigure the controls here. It's been a hot minute since I played this. But yeah, I'm on PS4. Okay. I guess I can't go through there. Facial mask skin cream. I like the design though of this level. It's pretty nice. I haven't played Borderlands yet, but I have that in my backlog. I want to play that eventually. But yeah, this game does kind of, like, for what I've seen of the gameplay of it, it does kind of look like that. It kind of like reminds me of that, and obviously of like Fallout and things like that. It's a fun game though. If you haven't played this, I highly recommend it. Whoa. I was aiming for that thing, hoping it would explode on the person there, but it did not quite work. Don't hide now! Okay, now I'm curious what that weapon was they were using. Is there any other stuff around here? Physical damage, weakness. No, I don't want to have a flaw. Shovel would be great if I'm playing Minecraft, but we are not doing that. So far, this planet is not very friendly. Guys are hostile. Try and figure our way back up through here. I hate when you haven't played a game for a little while and then you kind of forget the controls and how to do everything, so I'm kind of trying to remember everything here. Whoa. Shiver pillar. It's a wild looking thing there. It's like we're about to see how tough these things are. I'll show off the companion things here, what they can do, their special moves. Okay, there we go. Again, I forgot how to heal myself there. It's coming back to me, though. It'll take a minute here, but I think once we get going, I'll remember things. Alright, Spacer's Choice Office of Creative Incubation. Let's see what we got in here. After all, this is what the person who is paying us wants us to do. Guess we'll show the preserved eye.
Complete. Ocular identification complete. Welcome, Clarence Mostly. Access granted. Welcome to the Office of Creative Incubation.
Guessing if we would have used our own eye, it wouldn't have let us in. Yeah, I need to get these parts uploaded to YouTube here in the near future, but been doing a lot of stuff with WWE 2K20 and Madden, so trying to get those things uploaded as well. But this game's a lot of fun, and after I finish this, I'm debating what like other story kind of game I want to play. I'm thinking I might do The Walking Dead the whole way through, Telltale's all the different parts of that. Alright. Looks like something bad happened here.
Sparkly.
Sparkling. Thanks for watching the Madden videos too. Those are I got the playoffs there on that, and the other playoff game will be on Sunday. That's a fun series.
Stream of the entire Spacers chosen tossball team. Adrenatime, putting the performance in performance-enhancing drugs.
Can we break this and take that thing?
Keep your aim steady and your trigger finger at the ready. Adrenatime brings out the...
There has to be a way back in that room. Guess we're not going through those doors. There we go. I was about to say we're running out of doors to go through here. Place. It's interesting.
Tools for the job.
Okay. I don't know what kind of armor that dude's got, but my weapon is not getting it done against him. Take care of him, Sam. Just gonna keep piling on him here. Sam, you're doing a very good job of cleaning things up. There we go. Sometimes you just gotta get the old minigun out and take care of them. Or LMG, I should say. Of course, you can't take the Colossus dude's armor. Whatever that stuff he was using looked really good. And thanks for the compliment there on that roster. I got lucky in that draft to get Aaron Rodgers. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks, and as soon as I saw him, I was like, I got to jump on this opportunity. And the defensive pieces as well, being able to get Khalil Mack. Oh my god, that was an amazing fantasy draft. Ooh. I have to keep that in mind if I do another season or something. 'Cause that sounds like a good deal there as a speed. Oh, hello. That is a lot of text. Yeah, that is a wall of text there. Guess we gotta go up a floor still. Take everything we can find though here. One thing with these games, you can never have enough supplies. I mean, obviously if they weigh you down, but when it comes to like weapons or ammo and money and things like that. Okay. I eventually want to put together a more regular streaming schedule. Everything's kind of crazy at the moment, but eventually I want to like get on a more routine schedule, especially with the additional WWE 2K20 content that I'll be live streaming. I definitely want to make that like a weekly thing. And then obviously still do games like this. Don't want a cracked suit. What I really want is that colossal dude's armor.
Guess you get what you pay for with Spacer's Choice guards, too.
Always love having Ellie and Sam along. Always funny dialogue with them. Anytime you make fun of Spacer's Choice is good. I think our armor is better. Hey, go back to drinking. It would have been better if you just stayed at the bar there, friend. Let's see if you got anything on you. We got plenty of ammo here. Bottle of wine there for Nyoka. I'm sure she would appreciate that. Yeah, I played The Last of Us. That's one of my favorite games. Yeah, The Last of Us, the original one was probably one of my favorites. On both PS3, and then I had to, when I got my PS4, I got the bundle that came with the remaster.
Huh?
Oh crap.
Dirt! Oh, look!
Oh, I didn't even see the flying thing at first. Oh yeah, here we go. Another one of these dudes.
Industrial stain. Long tool for the job.
Recommend having a SAM unit who can take on these dudes. Okay. And no, I have not played Borderlands yet. I played Telltale's Tales from the Borderlands series, but I want to play Borderlands eventually. I have the game. I have all three of them actually. They're just like sitting in my backlog of games that I still need to get to. Which, by the way, I was surprised that I like Telltale's Tales from the Borderlands game. That was actually pretty fun. Alright, looks like I gotta go up the stairs there. I'll make sure all my stuff's reloaded. Weapon parts will come in handy, I'm sure, at some point. Probably need to do some upgrades and mods and everything like that. I know the second DLC for this came out here recently, and I want to play that then eventually too. I bought the season pass for this a while back.
Notice, unit scrubber heads require self-cleaning.
Calm down there, Sam. I don't even know what I'm taking.
I assume you're trying new formulations on humans, correct? Where do they come from, Dr. Ambrose? They come from Tartarus, don't they?
They do.
Why the reluctance? Providing life-affirming employment to the indigent, the criminal, the criminally indigent? Oh, that's a social good. Don't you agree?
I have a staff meeting to attend. Excuse me.
Probably wouldn't hurt to repay things or repair things. By the way, this shrink ray is actually pretty funny to use. I used it once before, and it actually makes your enemies smaller for a short period of time. I'll have to use that again at some point. That's why I want to check armor. I don't have enough armor parts. Of course. Oh well, we'll find it eventually. Alright, so this little area down here, we can't get through the door, but at least there's a workbench down here. So that's good for future reference. Gotta be a way up somewhere here. A good job barricading some of these doors here. And we need a maintenance room key. I must have overlooked that somewhere. One of these guys gotta have that, right? Could be on a terminal. I don't think we're going to get very far if we don't find that key. Usually we can find them on these people. Yeah, I'd recommend downloading this one. Like I said, it's pretty fun. Oh, a little too close there, Sam. Alright, we'll figure it out here in a minute. Do a thorough sweep of this place. Oh, that doesn't look very appetizing there. Okay, somehow we gotta get up. And this just takes us back out there. sure there's something I've missed at some point. It's weird you can't even go through that thing. It doesn't even give you an option. But it looks like what I need is like right on the other side of that. At least now I can repair my armor. Okay, this is slightly awkward. I have to see how effective that assault rifle is that we just picked up. Not quite better than what we have, though. What's weird is you can't go through some of these doors, but the only door I need to go through then, I can't get through. Guess we'll try going down and then try and like find a different way up. Usually there's more than one point. If I remember how to get back out of here. Yeah, let's try a different way. Somehow we gotta get up there. Do you greet visitors and workers with a smile? Do you mention Spacer Choice brand? Don't talk about the incident, okay? Now I want to know about the incident. Oh, I'm torn. I'm not sure what game I want to do next. It might be Telltale's The Walking Dead, or might be the Fallout games, because I downloaded Fallout 4, the complete edition, on PC, and I've been dying to try that out. So those are like the next story-based games I'm looking at doing.
Entering quiet mode.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, let's see how effective these things are that we just picked up. Holy crap, that does a lot of damage. So we'll be taking that, putting that in our inventory. Move this. Where's our hammer at? Ah, I pressed the wrong button trying to switch. By the way, this is what Adrena time looks like. Did not mean to activate this, but it like slows everything down for you. It is about 2:30 a.m. here for me. Unfortunately, late at nights are when I usually have like the most free time to do anything, so that's when I usually do like a lot of my streams or videos. Pick up plenty of ammo. I feel like that room's important for like the power and stuff. I know we unlocked some doors. Let's see what we unlocked. Yeah, I usually sacrifice some sleep trying to create some good content. But based on how it was for me in school, it always seems like late at nights when I have like my best ideas too, so pretty sure at some point my guy is going to be carrying too much again, but we'll worry about that when we get to it. Alright, back upstairs. Let's see if we unlock anything with those things that we pressed. Be nice when you get through some of these doors up here. Oh, hello. Why you can't fit through there? Oh, okay. I was already through there. Somehow gotta get up. Sometimes you just gotta struggle through things so you can figure it out. See, like, I feel like one of those doors should open and lead to somewhere, but they don't, which is weird. Energy cell. May have to switch missions here in a sec because I'm not 100% sure how to get out of here. And I'm sure I'm missing something really obvious right now, being like, oh, that's how you get through there, but... And it looks like we found a new area.
All germs and contaminants have been neutralized.
I highly recommend if you do end up getting this game, or if you haven't played it before, you'll have to do missions early, or you can do missions early on to unlock this companion here, Sam, and I highly recommend it. He's very effective, as you can tell. He takes out the enemies pretty easily. Almost missed some money there. Don't want to do that. It's like another crazy fight up here. And of course this door is sealed. Yeah, Sam's probably one of your best bets as a companion because he'll help you out a lot of times in tight situations. There's been a lot of times where I'm like, oh god, I'm about to die, and then he manages to pull through. And I usually like to have Ellie along too because she's funny. But Nyoka is also a good companion. She's a good hunter. Wait, I didn't miss anything else in here, did I? Okay. Interesting. I don't think it matters which way it goes, so we'll go through here.
Processing data.
Looks like they're doing some weird experiments here in this place. Which our contact did say they did some like weird stuff here. So they tested like a lot of chemicals and things like that in this game. Now we haven't seen any
Level jobs require SAM units more time to complete.
experiments yet, because they made us sound like they were like experimenting on people, and there'd be like some kind of like weird, I don't want to call them zombies, but like weird people and stuff. I thought for sure we'd be encountered something like that by now. So far it's just been other bad guys and robots. It's good to know about the Miles Spider-Man game. I want to get that eventually if I can ever get a PS5. I'd like to play it on there. I did enjoy the last Spider-Man game though that PlayStation did. That was a lot of fun. Oh crap, what do we do? I don't want to be put under an emergency lockdown. There we go, unlock elevator.
I knew I heard a little weasel sniffing about.
Oh, hold up.
You'd best go back the way you came. There's nothing for you here. Call me the Ghost of Gorgon. Or its warden.
Ghost of Gorgon or warden, okay.
This place is a graveyard. All that was done here should be forgotten and left to rot.
You're hiding something.
Gorgon is the birthplace of marauders. We created them here, in this very facility.
Oh, they created the Marauders.
Children, born of hubris, vanity.
But marauders are just mindless lunatics, right? There can't be more to it than that.
That's what I thought.
They hold no fondness for trespassers. I've placed the facility under emergency lockdown to keep them safe. Let the marauders die in peace, or I will make certain that you die with them.
Okay.
I always figured they were townies who spent too long on the factory line. Guess there's more to it.
Yeah, I thought the Marauders were like actual people. I did not realize that you're like were manufactured here. Alright, well, this does not seem like something you'd see in a normal office. Did we get that? No, we didn't get the journal yet. I don't think. Alright, so that was interesting. Did not expect some dude to be on the other line there when I was on the computer. But We do not take too kindly to threats here on this game. They really let this place go. Oh, it gets to transition to the next area. So this just got interesting. Here I thought we were just doing a simple job and we'd encounter some bad dudes and stuff. Was not expecting there to be a mysterious figure there on the other end. I better do a save here too in case I die, because I don't want to have to go back all the way and redo things. That would be unfortunate.
Comms tower's gonna lead us to someone with answers, or more warnings and riddles. I'm hoping this leads us to someone we can talk with face to face, or punch, if it comes to that.
I agree. Would love to. Okay, we're gonna do a quick save here. Just want to make sure I don't die and lose my progress and have to go back to like an old part there. Okay, before we go down there, let's check around up here to see if there's any supplies we can get. Oh, hello. There's a lot more here in the thing than I thought.
This area has been sanitized.
That's what I get for wanting to take a look around these places. Just want to take a simple look around and instead get swarmed. Ooh, the Uncharted games. Now you're bringing back a lot of good memories there. I love that series. It's a common trend you'll know. I love a lot of the PlayStation exclusives. The Uncharted games, The Last of Us, God of War, Spider-Man. What is this thing? Whoa. I like I could just sleep in like the random beds on here. Just imagining some person coming back and being like, hey, why are you in my bed? Plenty of bit cartridges around here. Which the bit cartridges are like your, cash.
Dr. Ambrose, tell me about Adrenatime. What does it do?
Hasn't Clarence already dumped a pile of promotional materials on your head?
Where's the fun in that? My listeners want to hear it in your own words.
It's an injectable drug that improves a patient's speed, awareness, mental acuity, and endurance. In moderation, Adrenatime will uplift the laboring classes by strengthening their minds and work ethic.
That's quite the mission. What's driving this vision of uplift?
I am a solutions-oriented woman. I see a problem and I am moved to solve it. Poverty is one such problem. Through science, I believe we can improve the poor, and in so doing, improve Halcyon.
See, before the DLC, I don't recall picking up very many of those, like, voice messages on this game, so they must have added those with the DLC. Everything I could find. Now we'll go on to our next location here. Try and see if we can go have a face-to-face chat with that mysterious dude. Okay, not sure why it's buffering now. This is the game doing this, not the stream. Okay, made it to the security checkpoint here. Oh god! What was that? Potential crisis averted there. Another terminal. Yeah, this is part. This map is part of their DLC. Perils on Gorgon. There's a lot of other planets you can visit too, which is pretty cool. But so far, this one I think is my favorite design. Passcode, get it together, Carter. There we go, got ourselves a key card now. That's the way I came. Not sure what all else is here to grab. Might be able to get through more places now, though, that we got that key card. Oh, my top games to play. I really love games like this and Fallout, things like that, where there's a lot to do. But I also really love games like The Last of Us that have like a really good story, and Red Dead Redemption 2. That's probably my favorite, I think. Either Red Dead Redemption 2 or The Last of Us, probably some of my favorite games. And God of War. I can't forget about that. And then for like content, things like that, obviously I do the WWE 2K videos and Madden videos, and I plan on doing some more series and stuff in the future, but I want to do more story-driven games too, and that's why I'm considering doing Telltale's The Walking Dead. I've always loved that game, and I've never played them like all through like at one sitting. I've always played them like through different, like whenever they came out. I think that'd be a really fun one to stream. That's good to hear. Yeah, yeah, I'm torn between Fallout 4 because I bought the complete edition of that on Steam, and I also have.
You really think Spacer's Choice made Marauders?
I want to do a Walking Dead stream. And I've streamed some Telltale games before. I think the first thing I actually streamed was Telltale's Batman series. And I was gonna stream Cyberpunk, but that game was just too glitchy, and I had too many issues when playing it. So that was one of those I just had to do off the air because I didn't want the game crashing a bunch of times or like weird glitches and stuff. Level up. Alright, this time I'm going to go heavy on my lockpick. I want to get this up. And the other fun thing too, in addition to building up your skills and perks, they have like a bunch of perks you can get. You can also upgrade your companions' perks. You can give them weapons, armor, things like that. You can give them perks, like improve their health, things like that. And then Sam, obviously, is already equipped with a weapon. He doesn't really need a whole lot of stuff, but you can give him perks as well. And your other companions, too. There's 4 other companions that you can have. And you get to choose their behavior, too, like how close you want them to follow you, kind of weapons you want them to use, things like that. some people like to travel without companions and stuff, or maybe just do it solo, but I usually like to have them. Number one, it's good to have someone to help you out with the fights on here, but two, I enjoy some of their dialogue. Like in one of the older parts of this game that I did, there was one where we were doing a movie script and Sam just like butts in, just like completely out of nowhere.
Sam says, let your auto mechanical do the dirty work while you keep your hands clean.
And right on cue,
Why do I have a feeling we're not gonna like what's in there?
Right on cue, he talks to us. Oh! Yo, this one's fast, whoever's up on me here. See, these Marauders are a little different than the ones that some of the other planets have dealt with. I guess it makes sense, though, given they...
Scoured with prejudice.
Apparently are creating them here. Spacer's Choice is up to some weird experiments here. Human inquiry and auditing. Ooh, safe over here. How did I miss that? Oh, we can't quite crack it. I should have invested more of my points on lockpicking earlier on, but it is what it is. Holy crap, I like that flamethrower. Alright, we're gonna have to swap a little weapons around here now. Wait. Sure, I did not know that was an option. I thought you had to be at a workbench to do that. Okay, we're gonna add this new flamethrower. Looks like that does more damage. I'm gonna go ahead and break this down and give us some parts. You'd think an axe would do more damage, but I guess not. No, you did not just move. Okay, guess we're going to use the elevator here. guess we gotta go through here. These vortex maces are usually pretty good. I have to check its damage, see what it does. Yeah, there we go. Does more damage. See, I thought that one of the older vortex maces that I picked up was pretty effective, so I figured this one would be too. You want to go the melee route. Those things are very good to use. Hello.
This unit is currently in wait cycle. Please return later.
You know what?
Have a better than natural day.
Better to not kick it because I don't want to mess with him. Some of these robots on here can be pretty nasty. Gonna waste all of our lockpicks here. Alright, guess we're going up.
The Gorgon facility is currently experiencing an emergency.
Oh, wait, how did I end up back at our ship? Wait a minute, what does this say here? Oh, we gotta go to Byzantium. Well, good, because I wanted to head there anyway, so... Get to take a look at our ship here, the Unreliable. Great name for a ship. Random people wanting to get on. Or for anyone wanting to get on, I should say. Alright, inside of our ship, I'll give a little quick tour here of our ship. You can usually find our one companion, Parvati, hanging out in this area. She's a mechanic. There she is.
Of course you don't. Hey, where'd you get this page of scripture from? Evening, Captain. Or is it afternoon? I don't know how long I've been up here.
Then up here we have
Mind that
a
you do
kitchen.
not slip, Captain. Nyoka spilled a tryptostat on the floor and neglected to clean it up.
Okay. Speaking, there's Nyoka. There's Felix, who had a whole speech when when he asked to join our crew. I mean, you had to accept him at that point. I mean, dude just gives like a whole speech. You can't reject him after that. There's Ellie, who's been traveling with us. And here is the captain's quarters. Not amazing. Oh, by the way, there's a helmet that you can wear that you can look like that if you want to. Doesn't provide very good armor, but I don't know where our spiritual advisor Vicar Max got to. He always is like hidden somewhere on the ship. Oh, and how could I forget? Here's Ada, our computer assistant here. And here's all the different planets you can go to, and here's where we are currently, Gorgon. And we gotta head here, head to Byzantium.
Captain, transmission request from Ambrose Manor.
Captain! Imagine my surprise when I saw the Unreliable leaving Gorgon with so much urgency and purpose. Tell me you found Mother's journal. I'm positively dying for good news. Someone? You mean someone still has access to the facility? Oh, after all this time. Who was it?
I don't know.
Drat. Make sure you have eyes on the back of your head. I doubt we've seen the last of this human vexation. If I know Spacer's choice, getting past the lockdown will be more complicated than just hitting a big red button. You'll need authorization, and layers of it. I seem to recall that Mother worked closely with Gorgon's R&D personnel, but not close enough to invite them over for dinner and cocktails, if you get my meaning. By now, they'll have moved on with their lives. If only I could do the same. I knew Mother was involved with some important chemical trials, but I had no idea her pet project was adrenatime. Adrenatime is a working man's stimulant, like a caffeinoid. Very popular at launch, though the marketing quieted down over time. What? No! I mean, there's some very morbid wording in the fine print, but I had no idea adrenatime could make marauders out of people. That's it. That must be it. Spacer's Choice is keeping their dirty little secret about adrenatime off the record. We have to find Mother's journal. If we don't, then Spacer's Choice gets away with murder. I only hope we aren't too late. Adrenatime was touted as the working man's best friend. A drug that boosted productivity with no adverse effects. The promise of adrenatime cannot be overstated. Exhaustion and fatigue were supposed to be obsolete. Workplace accidents would be things of the past. For whatever reason, the drug never lived up to that promise. I don't know. And thanks to Spacer's Choice, we may never find out. I know that I'd like to see a colony where the promise of adrenatime was fulfilled. And I doubt I'm the only one. Thank you. I certainly ought to know what I'm doing. I spent years trying to break into pharmaceuticals, professionally speaking. Mother wouldn't hear of it. She didn't think I had the wit to succeed in her line of work. Safe travels. If your leads give you any trouble, be sure and give them some trouble back, yes?
Okay.
Ta!
And she's the one who sent us on that mission to Gorgon in the first place.
I think I'll initiate an unscheduled rest cycle while you're out.
That was our crew there, the Unreliable. After all, we became the captain after an unfortunate landing accident killed the old captain. Hey, great to have you back here. Alright, so getting off our ship here. Sup, I think we can pass through here. I believe we still have clearance, so we can pretty much just go through here without any issue, I think. I'm sure they would have been shooting if we weren't good. Oh, I don't want to be up here. No, we gotta go. Went to the wrong elevator. Wait, what's just a way? Actually, I think I have to go up through that elevator and then out through, yeah. Never mind. I thought this was like the only... I thought there was another way to go, but you have to go over to this elevator. I thought there was one up here. This one, there it is. Alright, we're about to enter the rich city of Byzantium. This is like where all the rich and powerful people live. While we're here, I believe we have another mission we can do too. I have some other missions to do here on this planet. So before we continue with the Gorgon stuff, let's go kick off our modeling career. I believe we have all the outfits now.
Best find this week. Go.
arrowed someone up for slandering trademarked products. Pretty good?
Remember that stranger I saw in the square?
And as you can see, these are all the wealthy people here that live in this planet. They don't really like outsiders too much here.
Goodness, look at those atrocious contours. The sheer brutality of its design offends the senses and shocks the mind into a state of palpable excitement. I adore it! 2 outfits remain. I can't wait to see what you'll bring me. Something shocking, I hope. For you, anything. Byzantium has lost its élan vital. Everything about this city is so dreadfully stale. I want to make people uncomfortable the way you do. You're an outsider. You clearly don't belong in Byzantium, and yet you strut about, doing as you please. I'm not some common buttonmonger, darling. I'm an artist. It's my job to make you uncomfortable.
Oh.
Outside Byzantium? Of course not. There's nothing for me outside Byzantium. Yes, and I'm terribly grateful you've agreed. Look, darling, I don't belong outside Byzantium any more than a fish belongs on the land. Anyway, I'm quite certain Byzantium wouldn't last 3 days without me. I'd return to a smoking ruin of hideous fabrics and mismatched colors. You're very welcome.
Alright, let's model the other 2 outfits for her now that she wants. So you honored her modeled iconoclast outfit. So she wants to see us in a marauder and spacer outfit. Got something for her here. A lot of gear. Okay, marauder. There we go.
Oh, how grotesque! I always suspected the dramas did no justice to real marauders. Their armor is so much more hideous in person. 1 outfit left. Do hurry, my dear. The bird of inspiration is about to take flight.
And let's model the last outfit for her. I believe we have our spacer's gear.
Like a star, darling. Square your shoulders. Hand on your hip. Eyebrow cocked. Yes. Perfect. My heart is all aflutter. Yes, that's it. I have it. I know exactly what we're doing. Brace yourself, my dear. We're going to call this style Barbarian Chic. The saucy confidence of a spacer. The raw contempt of an iconoclast. The brutish musk of a marauder. And the pièce de résistance. Monster leather. 1 part mantiquine chitin, 3 parts hide from a raptidon's flank, and let's say, 8 strips of primal leather. No, make that 10.
Good lord. Okay.
We're revolutionizing the fashion of Byzantium. Our work is anything but simple. My dear, I have the highest confidence in you.
Alright, so we modeled the outfits for her. We got our modeling career started off now. Now we gotta put our regular armor back on because we're fighting some enemies. We want to be safe. Can't remember if that was the helmet I was wearing before or not. Must have been, because that seems to be our best bet. Alright, and then we need... I think I have everything but the Raptidon hides.
The sooner you find me that leather, the sooner I can get started.
If I do somehow drop dead in here, promise me you'll drag my corpse somewhere with monsters.
What can I do for you, darling?
Apparently I don't have everything. I thought I might have had all the stuff, but... Alright, we'll come back to that one later. Just thought we, thought it'd be good to go do some modeling while we were here.
I'll sue every technician and...
It's an impressive building. Then again, everything looks nice here, but... Okay, let's check out this area and see what it looks like. Hey, a person actually working here. Hey, your sign fell down there.
Collection. Still a work in progress.
Yeah, I can tell.
If you're here for the annual Canid review, I'm afraid it's already over. Only thing going on behind those doors is good, old-fashioned lawful behavior.
Okay, now I know you're lying.
Constitutes your confidentiality agreement. You hereby agree not to disclose the location or existence of these events. Thank you for cooperating. Oh, that's just so encouraging to hear. I'll just go ahead and add your comment to my permanent record. Now then, how can I help you? Mr. Mostly is indeed attending our event, although I am disappointed to discover he did not officially enter his Canid Laplace into our competition. You should find Mr. Mostly just inside the prep room. Head inside and take the door to your left.
Okay.
We find that our clients enjoy the appearance of participating in illegal activities. Secrecy contributes to a feeling of indecency.
This kind of thing's pretty common. Bijou's used to do a prison-themed night. Served fish sticks with tartarus sauce.
Oh yeah. Prison-themed night was the best. Plus, they gave away limited edition designer handcuffs.
Designer
the
handcuffs.
The Musgrave family collection was intended to be a gallery of fine art. And here we are, using this place to practice semi-legal canid shows. Scandalous, isn't it? That's privileged information. I really shouldn't tell you.
Oh, come on. You can tell us. We're not going to tell anyone.
That's a fair point. All right, I'll tell you. But just keep this between us. The Musgraves own one of Earth's largest private collections of art and literature. They were going to have the entire collection shipped all the way to Halcyon. Unfortunately, that collection never arrived. We haven't heard anything from the delivery convoy, and there's some purely hypothetical concern that the collection might be, well... I was going to say indefinitely delayed by unforeseen and unknowable circumstances, but yes. Let's go with that. Anyway, that's as much as I can tell you. Will there be anything else?
Nope. Okay. Well, at least we're allowed in here. Shouldn't have to blast our way out. As you can see, place where wealthy people come.
Unit be eaten by wildlife, it voids the warranty.
Oh, just hear me out. It's a brilliant idea.
Okay, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna say, I wonder how mad those people would be if I just killed their canids, but then I was like, or canides, and I was like, you know what? No, I'm not gonna do that.
Hey, Maverick Johnston's newest star. I've got a question for you. Do you know the interesting thing about canid shows?
Hey, this guy recognized me from my movie role on here.
Mathematically speaking, the interesting thing about canid shows is this. They're an exercise in futility. Winning is predetermined. Over time, the inevitable trend is that the race goes to the swift. Time and chance are just statistical outliers. In other words, if you put enough canids through enough trials, the one with the most optimal attributes generally wins. Exercise in futility. What gave me away? Wait, don't tell me. You've read my monograph, Putting the Us in Calculus, or How to Use Mathematics to Find Your Statistically Significant Other. I'm afraid I don't really do autographs, but yes, I am Clarence Mostly.
Well then.
Oh. Then you're not here about my monograph. It's true, I was involved with Project Gorgon, but that chapter of my life
That's the good thing about this game. It's got a good story.
Listen, I don't know what you want with Gorgon or with me, but let me give you some free advice, Let the past go. Live in the moment. Enjoy the party. Lifting the lockdown won't be easy. You'll need to send overrides from the chem lab and human inquiry. I don't have that level of clearance, but I know 2 people who do. The trouble is, I don't know you. I don't trust you. I washed my hands of Gorgon, and you're asking me to dirty them all over again. I'm going to need a good reason.
I don't want to intimidate him, because then he might not want to help us.
Why are you going through all of this trouble for a journal? Actually, don't tell me. I'd like to maintain plausible deniability. I want a favor from you. Do something for me, and I'll do something for you. That way, we don't have to rely on mutual trust. The grand prize trophy to the Canid Review. I want it in my hands. Get me that trophy, and I'll give you the remaining researchers. Names, locations, as much information as I have.
Alright.
Really? You'll do it? I mean, just like that? Don't you want to know why I asked you? My canid, Laplace, is statistically superior to every other canid in this review. Better average sprinting time, superior gait coefficient, optimal anatomical symmetry. I didn't bother entering little Laplace in this pointless contest. He's already won on paper, you see. That trophy rightfully belongs to him. Oh, you're much too kind. Does this mean you'll do it?
I'll be back with that trophy.
And take the elevator down
Shouldn't be a
into the
problem.
maintenance tunnels. You'll find a service passage that leads up into the trophy room. The maintenance tunnel is the only way up into the trophy room. Some technician barred the door shut on our end. Ask Tilda Coatsworth about it, over by the podium. Oh, you're quite welcome. I look forward to observing your results. What's on your mind? At the moment, nothing. I have a one-track mind.
Yeah, this game visually looks really good, though.
Why isn't it in my
Characters are designed well, and the levels are... Everything looks really good.
You get me that Best in Show trophy, and it'll clear my mind right up.
I hope they end up making a sequel. I think they said they might in the future. I'd love that. Oh, crap. I think I have his other eye. I just realized he has the eye patch, and we use an eye to get in that one building, and I'm pretty sure it's his eye.
My eye! I was wondering where I'd misplaced that old thing. It's perfectly preserved, you know. Every eye possesses unique dimensions, not unlike a fingerprint. The circumference, the shape, the color of the iris. An eye makes excellent proof of identification, assuming you don't mind removing one.
That just got awkward.
Well, that's rather responsible of you. I'll put a good word in your permanent record.
Yeah, you can have your eye back there, Clarence.
If Spacer's Choice ever asks you to test out their new model of monocle, just say no.
Okay, let's go get him his trophy back now. Oh, you see, the lady that gave us this job to go find the information on Gorgon, I believe she gave me his eye, saying we're gonna need that to get by this one scanner thing. I didn't even think of it until it gave me that option to say that there in a dialogue. But at least we gave him his eye back. I feel like that's the least we can do. If nothing else, if we can't get the trophy, at least he got his eye back.
Unexpected.
You got him!
Hold up, what's through here? Oh, it just takes you back around. Okay. Here I was thinking I found something special and I didn't. Take your key card. Oh. We've assembled we could almost assemble a full body, by the way, because when you get the Gorgon mission, you got sent a dude's arm. So that was all that was left of him. We were given his arm, but and we got a dude's eye. Very, interesting gifts. Okay, can't be this easy. I'm gonna trigger some kind of alarm, I'm almost positive, when I go to grab that trophy.
You know, stealing from these assholes is its own reward.
Don't mind me, people. Just walking around. Just exploring. Didn't just steal your trophy for your canides here.
Come now, Anubis, you must perk up.
You know, if I were given a trophy, I think that green one, I like that green one. Best in show. Or that black and orange one down there. Or black and red, whichever color. Alright, let's go get this dude his trophy that he wants so bad, and maybe he'll give us some information.
The careers of 9 out of 13 actors end after their debut serial. Enjoy the fame while it lasts.
Thanks for that. Yeah, in one of the old missions on here, I did do an acting role. Glad this guy is a fan of my character's work. The real star of that acting thing, though, is Sam, by far.
My trophy! Look at this thing. Have you ever seen a more garish monument to the boredom of the elite? If only Grandfather Mostly were alive today, I would have loved to wave this trophy right in front of his cataracts. I hope you won't take it personally when I say I had my doubts about you. Nothing ever gets done in Byzantium, you see. Competent work is, well, a statistical anomaly. Lifting the emergency lockdown requires overrides from the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry. Access to those facilities requires authorizations from 2 senior-level researchers. Marion Blakesley, Jasper Lowe. They went into hiding after the project collapsed, but I've managed to calculate their last known whereabouts within a reasonable margin of error. I see you're familiar with my technique. I'd love to show you my numbers, but there aren't nearly enough napkins in this room. After the project
No, I was gonna shoot him. I was just wanting to get a better look at him, zooming in there.
Calculated the average lifespan of a Spacer's Choice worker, that sort of thing. I realized some of the researchers had to be alive. I ran some numbers, did a little research, and concluded that the 2 most likely survivors are Marion Blakesley and Jasper Lowe. Nonsense. I just needed a good old-fashioned statistical problem to busy my mind. Keeps the faculties lubricated. Let me stop you there. I don't accept anything for free. And if you're going to analyze me, I'd have to go through the trouble of hiring you on contract. Think what you will of my intentions. My calculations are sound. You'll find Marion Blakesley and Jasper Lowe at the enclosed locations. As far as I know, Jasper Lowe and Marion Blakesley are the only 2 surviving researchers with high-level clearance. If you want to lift the lockdown on the manufactory, you'll need to send an override from the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry. I'm afraid it's the only way.
Alright.
I'll tell you what I can.
So we can...
Dr. Marion Blakesley supervised the Human Inquiry and Auditing Facility. Live subjects, measuring tape and syringes, that sort of thing. Someone sabotaged the facility. Blakesley tendered her resignation and vanished. I'm reasonably certain she's hiding in a maintenance bay on Groundbreaker.
Oh joy, back to Groundbreaker.
Dr. Lowe described himself as a dazzling genius in his review. I disagreed. Of the 19 criteria that constitute the rubric of genius, Dr. Lowe only met 15.
Only met 15?
After the project shut down, corporate traded him off to Auntie Cleo in exchange for 5 lab coats. He's been transferred to an orbital lab around Olympus. Our office gave Dr. Lowe and his team every opportunity to develop a drug under perfectly reasonable guidelines and generous deadlines. Dr. Lowe failed to meet our requests and largely succeeded in using our supply of drugs to get himself higher than the mortality rate of a line worker at a Saltuna cannery.
Okay.
Certainly. What's on your mind? Let's try to keep it down, shall we? At least pretend we're being discreet. There's not a lot about Project Gorgon I can tell you. I know that's not what you wanted to hear, but I closed that chapter in my life. I've moved on. Look, don't tell anyone I said this. But if there's anything I've learned by living in Byzantium, it's this. If you go looking for the truth, you are looking for trouble. All right. Ask your questions. And then if you don't mind, don't mention Project Gorgon anywhere near me again. Minnie Ambrose. Oh, Olivia's brat. Ambitious, but like the rest of her family, irrelevant. She tried following her mother's example, failed, and if she ever tried again, I couldn't tell you. The name Ambrose doesn't mean anything to me anymore, or to anyone halfway respectable. The Ambroses are, how do I put this politely, obsolete?
That's rather rude.
A family's name is only as strong as its enterprise. The Musgraves have Rizzos, and the Schuyler's have Auntie Cleo.
Thanks for tuning in. I'm getting ready to wrap up here soon anyway, so thanks for tuning in.
Gorgon. The project died, and so the Ambrose name died with it. That's just the way the
I have a lot of WWE 2K20 content coming here in the next week, so I'm sure you'll be enjoying that.
Project Gorgon was designed to change the life of every worker on Halcyon. We weren't just building a product, we were trying to build a society. How many workers call Halcyon their home? What do they eat and when? How long do they sleep? How hard do they work? What are their most productive years? When do their organs begin to fail? That's the nature of my work. I study human life in order to determine its value. Jewelers appraise diamonds, and I appraise people. Of course you can. You can break the entire universe down into numbers and statistics. Human beings are as much a part of the universe as weather patterns and orbital mechanics. It's complicated. I'll be honest, I didn't join Project Gorgon because I wanted to satisfy my intellectual curiosity. I was courting the daughter of a Spacer's Choice family. We were a mathematically congruent match, you see. I had the proofs all written out and everything. Everything. Every project has a margin of failure. We expect setbacks, complications, delays. Project Gorgon experienced a cascade failure. One mistake precipitated another, and another, and another. The labs failed to develop a safe drug. Human Inquiry failed to perform their tests responsibly. An unsafe drug tested on unhealthy subjects by irresponsible supervisors. That's Project Gorgon. Anarchy is not a crime. It is a symptom. The undisciplined workplace secretes anarchy the way our glands secrete enzymes. It's a principle of science. Sabotage came first. The chem lab, Human Inquiry, even my own office. Sabotage broke the discipline of our workplace. leading to confusion, leading to escaped subjects, leading to anarchy.
Huh.
No one appreciates the value of good data. The holistic surveillance device I wear is an invaluable tool, gathering data on all my day-to-day activities. My former colleagues can go into hiding and live in ignorance for all I care. I prefer the self-examined life. I know. Project Gorgon was a failure of leadership. Leadership to which I belonged. I should have pushed for stricter supervision. We gave the other departments too much freedom and not enough oversight. Spare the rod, spoil the servant.
Okay. That was interesting information that I found out from him. And I think this is a good stopping point because we're going to have to eventually go track down the 2 people that he listed. So, thanks everyone for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed. This game's a lot of fun to play. I recommend checking it out if you haven't. And there's going to be plenty of content coming to YouTube here the next week. A lot of WWE 2K20. Got to finish the SummerSlam pay-per-view. That's going to be all this week. And some more Madden 20. Got the or Madden 21, excuse me. We got the playoffs. So a lot of content coming to YouTube. And it looks like we got the bugs cleaned up here with streaming, so expect some more live streams here in the near future as well. I'm going to try and get this on a more regular schedule. But thanks for tuning in. Hope everyone enjoyed, and see you the next time.